about everything for me to live over here, the rent, and I don't know what I'm going to eat. And I was so ugly right now. I need my dad for me. My dad didn't do nothing. He's not a criminal or something.
How can anyone feel okay after knowing this is the reality for many people in this world? Sadness and anger linger in my body. I feel hopeless, but I remind myself that's not who I am. That's what the oppressors want from us. They want us to feel hopeless, but I refuse to let them win. Today I fight back by creating and raising awareness to these issues that continue to exist in the world we live in. So for today, I'm going to be doing a Chicana Mexican clown look. Today's look is going to be highly influenced on how I truly feel in the inside. A sad face and tears because I'm tired of acting like everything's okay. I want everyone to see the pain and grief on my face. It's painful to see other people that look like me being dehumanized and treated as less. People who look more indigenous are being hunted down like animals. Kids are being left alone. Children are being zip-tied. The elder are being tackled. Mothers begging these ICE agents to have some empathy because their kids are at home waiting for them. Fathers being kidnapped while they're at work. People being discriminated based on how they look. Something we have no control over because this is based on where we're born. And here's your reminder, being an immigrant in the United States is not a crime. It's actually a civil offense. But they're out here hunting down undocumented people as if they've committed horrendous crimes. Every time I scroll online, I'm reminded of how much this country has failed colored people. It's sad to see how normalized racism and colorism are in society. We've had years to fix this issue, yet it continues to live amongst us. Growing up, I hardly seen any representation that really looked like me, which is all due to colonization. There's a reason this is the case. I sometimes didn't even deem myself beautiful because I didn't look like the other women they'd show on TV. All the brown women or all the brown people were the servants or the villains of the movie or show. Without realizing, this played a huge role on me loving or hating my skin color. As a child, this swayed me to hate my skin color. I felt like I wasn't enough. Constantly being bullied for how I looked or the color of my skin made me feel ugly. Discriminated for the way that I looked as a child really messed with my head. I bring this up because it's all connected. This system was built for us to fail. It was built for us to live in fear, which is something we're seeing right now. People are scared to go to the grocery stores. People are scared to go to work. People are scared to just go out to the park. They don't know if it'll be their turn to be discriminated.
Well, they're illegal. They shouldn't be here because they're illegal. They should have done the things the right way.
The people that say this, I know for a fact, do not know what they're talking about. Either that or they're just racist. Because it's not that simple, guys. It's not that simple. It takes 5 minutes to actually educate yourself on this topic and know that it's not that simple. The immigration system is broken. And of course, depending on where you're coming from, the process is different from wherever you're from. Some people from Mexico have been waiting over 20 years outside the United States just so they can enter the United States
the legal way.
Also, a lot of people flee their original home country because of what's happening there. Some of these places are not the safest places to live and raise children in, so they leave to give their children a better life. I don't think that's a crime. What is a crime is what these countries do to other countries for their resources, making it unsafe for the people that live there. I have seen cases as well where a child was born in a country and they immigrate here as a baby, which they had no say in, so they know nothing about their home country. And the United States wants to send them back when they never even grew up there. For the most part, they might not even speak that language, meaning they'd have to leave everything they grew up knowing. They'd have to start all over, leaving behind other family and friends. Can you imagine that? Your life drastically changing from one day to another based on something you had no control over. I'm privileged to not be in this situation, but I will not let that blind me. No one deserves this. If you noticed, they are not hunting down white immigrants. They're only hunting down colored immigrants. Do we not find that oddly suspicious? So tired of seeing that everything comes back to racism. It truly baffles my mind to know that other people are treated better than other people based on how they look because of the color of their skin. We don't get to decide what color of skin we're born with. Yet we're treated very differently if the color is lighter or darker. Growing up, I was one of the darker skinned girls in my family, meaning I got picked on the most because of how I looked, whereas the lighter skinned relatives got treated a little bit better, less bullied for how they looked. If anything, they were praised because they were light skinned. I truly never understood it. It didn't make any sense to me. All I knew is that everywhere I looked, there was light skins, and I never really seen people that look like me, and I just didn't understand why that was. As I'm older now, I start to understand everything and I see everything for what it is. It makes me really sad to know that this is the reality, but I hope that other people like me understand that you're beautiful regardless of how you look. I think the color of your skin and the things that make us different are what make us truly beautiful. We shouldn't all look the same because we're all different, and that's what makes us special. Color is beautiful. Melanin is beautiful. The colonizers had me convinced that I was the problem. Now I know. I'm not the problem. They're the problem. The people that hold stereotypes or discriminate people based on how they look are the problem. Although it's engraved in our society, we can fight these biases by reminding ourselves not everyone is the same. Just because one brown person committed a crime does not mean all brown people will commit crimes. These stereotypes can be very harmful to different communities. I never thought I'd grow up into a world and realize this is just like the movies. No, not like the happily ever afters, more like those vicious, scary movies where the bad guys are in power, and where it's been like this for years. The evidence is all there, and people seem to continue to believe the lies. As these colonizers continue to try to erase our history, it's important to keep talking about it. History tends to repeat itself. In 1954, Operation Wetback, a mass deportation targeting Mexican immigrants, took place with significant abuses. This slur was used to describe Mexican immigrants who had crossed Rio Grande into the United States. This operation was heavily criticized for its aggressive tactics and human rights violations. This is exactly what's happening right now. Aggressive tactics I've been seeing being used online is very scary. They're being treated as if they murdered somebody. They're being tackled as if they want them to be hurt. Some of these people that have been detained are also U.S. citizens. Keep in mind, before they are deported, they are detained into different facilities. A lot of these, which are very inhumane. They are caged like animals. They are fed disgusting food. A lot of them suffer from hunger because they are not fed enough. Being able to say this while I eat some of my mom's homemade chicken soup makes me feel so guilty. There is so much food in this world, yet there are people starving all over the world because of greed, racism, capitalism. What's even more crazy is that it doesn't have to be like this. It was built like this on purpose. And until we all come together as a society and do something about it, it's not going to change. So yes, you should care. You should care about everything that's happening in the world. You should care that ICE agents are kidnapping people in broad daylight. You should care that ICE is zip-tying children and deporting children. For anything that we allow to happen to others can eventually happen to us. I'm tired. I'm tired of feeling like there's not enough people that care about what's happening. I'm tired of scrolling and seeing someone being detained or being abused. And if you see this happening, please do something. Please record, use your voice, speak up. The time is now. You can make a difference.